Hi guys, welcome to this series of videos about essential techniques on the guitar. So the things I'm going to teach you are absolutely fundamental to your development as a guitarist. Not only when it comes to learning your rock school grade pieces, but also when it comes to your overall development as a guitarist. The first technique that we're going to look at is that of a hammer-on. No, we don't actually need a hammer in order to be able to do a hammer-on. Right guys, so how do we actually do a hammer-on? Well, this is one of those techniques that does take a little bit of time to get on top of, but once you know how, it is super simple. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you what's called a hammer-on from nowhere. I'm going to take my third finger in this instance, and I'm going to slam my third finger into the third fret on the high E string. But I'm not going to use my pick to pick the string. I'm just going to slam my third finger into the fret, and the force of my finger hitting the string on the third fret will produce the note sound like this. Can you see that? I'm not using my pick, I'm just using my finger hitting the string on the third fret to produce the sound. I'll just do it one more time. Now, at first, you might find that you don't have enough power in your finger and the muscles in your finger to produce that note sound. And that's where the practice comes in. You've just got to sit there and do this over and over again until all of a sudden it's happening. It can be a bit frustrating, and you've just got to persevere. Okay, so the next thing is, you're not very likely to see a hammer-on from nowhere as a beginner. You're more likely to see a note and then a hammer-on, a pick note rather, and then a hammer-on. The easiest way for me to demonstrate this is to start by playing open high E and then do a hammer-on onto the third fret. So I'm playing open high E with my pick, and then hammering on with my third finger onto the third fret. But obviously, you can do this hammer-on anywhere on the guitar. It doesn't have to be on the third fret. I'm going to move up to the 12th fret, why not? I'm going to play my open string first, and then do a hammer-on onto the 12th fret. Open string, hammer-on. You don't have to just use your third finger. You could try using your second finger. I'm going to try and change fret again, and I'm going to use the 5th fret. One more, why don't I use fret 7 and use my little finger? Your little finger is the weakest of the 4 fingers that you can use on the guitar, so this one will require the most amount of practice. But here we go, open string first, hammer on to 7. You can also, just a final point, do this on any of your strings. It doesn't matter whether it's the low E string or the high E string, but notice how it is a little bit harder to do hammer-ons on the bottom 3 strings, and that's simply because the strings are a little bit fatter, so they require a little bit more energy to produce that hammer-on sound. But here's the same thing that we started with, but on the low E string. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like or subscribe to the Presto Music School channel, and I'll see you again for another essential technique.